Do you remember catching fireflies on a warm summer night? For a moment, the darkness seemed filled with tiny floating stars. Now, look at that same yard. The grass is perfect, the edges are clean, but the lights are gone. When was the last time you saw a summer night filled with fireflies? The reason they disappeared may not be somewhere far away. It could be right beneath your lawnmower. Most of a firefly's life happens where we rarely look, close to the soil, beneath leaves, and inside damp vegetation. In this video, we'll uncover that hidden life, examine 3 common yard care habits that can make survival more difficult, and discover how to welcome fireflies back without allowing your entire yard to become overgrown. First, a firefly is not actually a fly. It is a beetle, and the flashes we see on summer nights are not random decorations. In many species, they are signals used to find and communicate with potential mates. Each species may have its own visual language, a particular color, duration, interval, and pattern of flashes. One firefly may send a short pulse, another may answer after a precise delay. What looks like a peaceful light show to us can actually be a complex conversation. But that conversation depends on darkness. When porch lights, decorative lamps, and security floodlights brighten the night, the firefly signals may become more difficult to see, both for us and for other fireflies. The glowing adult we recognize is only one brief chapter of the firefly's life. After hatching from an egg, a firefly may spend 1 or even 2 years as a larva, depending on the species and local conditions. During this stage, it remains mostly hidden in moist soil, beneath fallen leaves, or among low plants close to the ground. And these larvae are predators. They hunt soft-bodied invertebrates, including slugs, snails, worms, and other small animals living near the soil. That means the creature that eventually floats above your yard as a point of light may have already spent many seasons living invisibly beneath your feet. This is also the stage most easily overlooked during routine yard maintenance. Long before a firefly produces its first adult flash, changes to moisture, vegetation, leaf cover, and soil level shelter may affect the habitat it depends on. The first mistake is treating every part of the yard with the same level of intensity. Frequent low mowing removes the taller, humid vegetation that can provide shelter near the ground. Removing every fallen leaf eliminates another place where larvae and their prey may live. Repeated disturbance from heavy equipment can also affect animals hiding at or just below the surface. This does not mean that mowing your lawn automatically kills every firefly. The problem is intensity. Mowing very low, mowing too frequently, and maintaining the entire property as one uniformly short and exposed surface. A firefly-friendly yard can still look tidy. Try mowing a little higher and less frequently in selected areas. Leave one narrow edge, corner, or strip of vegetation less disturbed. Even a small refuge can provide moisture and cover that a completely manicured lawn cannot. The second mistake is routine chemical treatment without first identifying a real problem. Broad-spectrum insecticides are designed to affect insects, but they may not distinguish between the pest you intended to target and other insects sharing the same environment. Treatments may also have indirect effects by changing habitat conditions or reducing the small animals that firefly larvae hunt. The effects vary by product, species, dosage, timing, and method of application. Research on the direct impact of every individual lawn product remains incomplete. So it would be inaccurate to claim that every chemical treatment automatically destroys all fireflies. But the practical principle is simple. Do not spray an entire yard as a preventive reflex. Identify the problem first. Consider non-chemical solutions. If treatment is genuinely necessary, use the most targeted approach possible, and follow the label carefully. Just in case is not a good reason to expose an entire backyard ethos. The third mistake begins after sunset. Security floodlights, decorative garden lamps, bright windows, and constant permanent twilight. For fireflies, darkness is not merely an atmosphere. It is the background against which their signals must be seen. More than 3/4 of firefly species in the United States and Canada are active at night or around dusk. When artificial light competes with their natural flashes, communication may become more difficult. A signal that would stand out clearly in darkness can disappear against a brightly illuminated yard. Turn off outdoor lights when they are not needed. Where lighting is necessary for safety, use timers or motion sensors. Shield fixtures so the light points downward, and choose the lowest practical brightness. A darker yard also gives your own eyes the chance to notice the signals that were there all along. A firefly-friendly yard does not need to look abandoned. You do not have to stop mowing everything or cover the entire property with leaves. Instead, create a quiet zone. Allow the grass to grow slightly taller along one edge. Add native plants that provide shade and help retain moisture near the soil. Under trees, shrubs, and garden beds, keep some fallen leaves as natural cover. If you do not want leaves across the lawn, move them beneath shrubs or into planted areas instead of removing every leaf from the property. The goal is not disorder. It is variety. Some open space for people, some maintained lawn, and a few damp, dark, less disturbed places for the creatures whose lives normally remain unseen. Here is a simple 5-step plan. First, mow selected parts of your yard less often and keep the mower blade slightly higher. Second, preserve a small unmowed edge or corner where vegetation can provide cover. Third, move some fallen leaves beneath trees, shrubs, and garden plants, where they can help retain moisture and shelter soil-level life. Fourth, avoid preventive insecticide use. Treat a confirmed problem rather than spraying simply because insects might be present. And fifth, reduce outdoor lighting during the summer. Turn unnecessary lights off, install motion sensors, shield fixtures, and use weaker, downward-directed light where illumination is required. You do not need a large property to begin. Choose one corner, protect one strip of vegetation, switch off one unnecessary light. Small changes become valuable when they remain in place season after season.
At first, a dark yard may appear empty. Then one small light rises from the grass. A moment later, another one answers. A firefly-friendly yard doesn't have to look abandoned. It only needs a few places where life is allowed to remain unseen. When did you last see fireflies in your yard? And are there fewer than you remember? Tell us your city, state, province, or region in the comments. But please do not share your exact address, and subscribe to The Unseen Yard. Next, we'll meet the daddy long-legged spider, the fragile-looking hunter quietly waiting in the corners of your home.